toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bulldogs ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will go to work first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it. And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Mississippi State's offense has the ball for the first time. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw. It's Shapen. The short hands. It's Davis. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Bell.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fights off a defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down in the 40.
Offensive line has got to do a better job communicating. They got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Scanning the field, it's Shapin. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Right down the middle. He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 4 over Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires on the move. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Pulls it and fires to the left.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Get it out on the screen. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Holds and fires complete to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hughes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Moss. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He'll try it again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He's got it, 1st down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Cardinals get the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Right back to the well. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Dropping back, it's Moss. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 4 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got an open man. Oh, what a move to get open. He's running free down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinals! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And he tacks on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Makes a move. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime and potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Looking to pass, it's Moss. He's got it down the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Pressure coming. Looking for a big gain. He's got it. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cardinals will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched.
Wide open spaces. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. It's a seam wide open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog. And the pummeling has started.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Moss. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
The Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Right back to it. Runs for the tackle. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give to Davis. Turning on the Jets.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Off the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Got the quick completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not a huge game.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This should be the last play of the quarter. Running behind that left side. He's out past the 35. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
The give to the left. Finds a little space. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big... Getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down button. And the Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Moss. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Louisville! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. He's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Back to throw, it's Moss. Snagged in the middle, it's Lacey. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass on second down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good, solid tackle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
This is a tight end, and not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Wants to throw on third down. Flips it out on the screen.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the...
It's a running room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat.